But after we launched, of course, everything still all hands on deck, right? Mm-hmm. And then I had my issue. Mm-hmm. My sister, Dr. Jade Brown Alexander, she literally stood in the gap for me as I, rebounded from that situation. And so I honestly, I can't tell you how we have survived. But God, for 4 years. Wow. But it's been an amazing journey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so welcome to At Home with Melissa, where we have intimate conversations with entrepreneurs. Today, I have the absolute honor of sitting down with Miss Jade Brown Russell. Jade is the founder and the principal of Jade Russell Consulting, as well as the founder and CEO of Maroon Workspace, where we are today. With over 17 years of legal experience and 15 years of diversity, equity, and inclusion experience. Jade has consistently delivered results for her clients and focuses her efforts on systematic, sustainable, and equitable reform. Jade remains civically active, and she is currently the chairwoman of the Urban League of Louisiana and is a commissioner of the Resilient Louisiana Commission. Thank you so much, Jade.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And we are excited to have you because this is Women's History Month.
Wow. Yeah.
So you were the person that we were like, we have to consult and talk with her because what you're doing is amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to all the women.
Yes. Shout out to all the women. Thank you. And before we get started, we like to kind of ask, what season of life are you in right now?
Oh, wow. For me, I think I'm in my peace season, right? So peace is priceless for me, right? So I think over the past few years, I ran so hard, so fast, right? And at some point, sometimes that catches up with you, right? Yeah. And so I've learned to slow down and really smell the roses and really seek and chase peace, because I think peace is truly priceless.
Yeah, that's powerful. Chase peace.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So with that being said, what feels most alive for you right now?
Oh, wow. I think I feel alive right now. You know what I mean? I think, there's a difference between living and actually being alive, right? I think it is really about your spirit. And so I try to pour that into everything that I do. And so for me, that's what's alive. But I also think that I try to, surround myself with people that are similarly situated, right? So I don't want to be around people who are not dead spiritually, emotionally, right? And so I want to be around people who do that, because I think what I give out, it goes to them and vice versa. So whatever they put out, that comes back to me too. So yeah,
I love that. Not being around people who are spiritually dead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to have that alive.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So for those of you that may be hearing your name for the first time, which I find that hard to believe, but if there's anybody that is just hearing your name for the first time, how would you describe what you do and the work you're committed to today?
Oh, wow. So I'm a lawyer by training. I tell people that most times because a lot of people don't know me from the legal work that I do, right? So I'm a lawyer by training, but I'm a consultant. On the consulting side, I do strategic work. I do a lot of work around equity, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we do all of those things. We have like those 3 buckets, major buckets for me, right? And so in terms of like what's super mission aligned for me, it's just my people, right? I think you gave me 17 years. I've been 23 years actually practicing law. But in that time, I've seen so much Like I started my legal profession in Chicago with a big corporate law firm. I came back. I was there for 6-7 years, and then came back to New Orleans.
Okay.
Went to a regional firm, and then I went in-house with Caesars, the casino. And so I've seen a lot professionally. But then, my horizons really just kind of broadened, and that allowed me to do other things. I was building all of these different relationships and all kinds of things. And so I just saw that there was more opportunity for me outside of corporate, doing my own thing. And so, but doing the work that I was doing, I realized that I was building systems, programs, initiatives for whether it was the convention center or the city or other agencies and municipalities. We realized that we were building things for them, but we weren't preparing our community for those opportunities.
Okay.
So that's how Maroon came out.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like we were like, look, we need a space where our small businesses are supported in every way, right? And so that's kind of where I am. That's the mission that I have. And so that's why Maroon is called what Maroon is, right?
What is the meaning of Maroon?
So Maroon is not the color, although we love the color Maroon, but Maroon, we pay homage to Maroon communities. There are Maroon communities across the world, but Maroons historically were people who were enslaved, but they knew that they were not slaves. And so they fought. They built their own communities. They went into the mountains. They went into valleys and swamps in Louisiana. So those Maroons actually created a community, and they really defined their own freedom. And so that's what we're trying to do for our small businesses. Yeah,
that is amazing. So I had no idea. That was the meaning behind it. And when you walk around here, we're looking right at it, but this is the most powerful thing to me. Where it talks about how many people, our ancestors that came ahead of us. And, I think about that all the time. I say, you know what? I believe that my grandmother and my great-grandmother and all these people prayed for me.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today. And I think that's who's leading me and guiding me. So you have so many powerful quotes around this building that make you feel like I belong here.
And this one is one of my favorites, but it's a reminder that you have 12 generations of people. Every single person has this, right? So we on our team, we talk about our 4094. So 4,094 people that each of us carry that has brought us to where we are, right? And so I know that the 12 generations of my 4094, they have protected me in so many ways. And when they would look, we could have a whole podcast about how they protected me.
I am feeling that. I'm getting chills just talking about it.
Yeah, they have protected me. We launched Maroon back in 2022. We're almost actually approaching our 4th year.
Wow.
February 15th. And then
congratulations.
And so as we were building it, like I just kept telling my team, I was like, look, like there are things that are going to push, the enemy is going to push against us as we build this out. And we launched it February 15, 2022. And 10 days later, I had a stroke. And so like that, but listen, when I tell you I have been protected the entire way, I'm still sitting here with you today. And I know
looking
that,
good and feeling good.
And so that's 12 generations of people that protected me.
But God, huh?
Yeah, but God. Nobody.
Oh, we could talk about that all day too.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
And so we talked about this a little bit, but what did the early days really look like? Like really look like? You talked about that, your career, how you started that, but the early days of Maroon.
Yeah.
Let's touch on that. Because he talked on it a little bit. How much you want to say?
Yeah. Well, listen, I think the beginning, first of all, it was an amazing experience where you just had people who poured in because they believed in the mission, right? And so we had a core group of people. Shout out to Monique Bourgeois and Archivia Matthews Johnson and Kalisha. I just so many. I shouldn't have even said names because I'm sure I'm missing people, right? Y'all know who you are, but who really stood in the gap, right? In the very beginning, right? And so, it was just all hands in, and so I think in the early days, even what that was leading up, but after we launched, of course, everything still all hands on deck, right? And then I had my issue. My sister, Dr. Jade Brown Alexander, she literally stood in the gap for me as I, rebounded from that situation. And so I honestly, I can't tell you how we have survived. But God, for 4 years. But it's been an amazing journey.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. All right. So what surprised you about building as a woman? What has surprised you?
Oh, wow. I think what didn't surprise me is that we had people who stood in the gap, right? And who really poured in, because I think I've always seen that despite what we hear about, the Black community, supporting the Black community, like I've never not had support, right? I've had, my fair share of, negative energy, that kind of stuff, but I always had more support than bad energy. I think what surprised me is the money, the capital, right? How much because once you get in, you're so far in, you got to keep putting more money in, right, to build it. And so I think that was probably the biggest surprise. In my mind, I had a pool of money. This idea for Maroon came actually while I was in bed with COVID. So it was during the middle of COVID where I was like, this is what we need to do, right? And so I had some money put to the side, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a lot. And I could just use a portion of that. I use all of that and then some, right? So I think that was the biggest thing. I had a vision, and I think for those that are really like tuning in to this, like, you got to understand that there's a vision, but then there's the execution side of it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a visionary. I am not the person that knows how to execute everything. I know how to execute the talent that I have, but to build something like this ain't my ministry, right? And so I think that that's something that, really, really surprised me.
Yeah, and you brought up something, you said that you had more support. Of course, there were negative people and things, right? But you had more support. I think that's a testimony to who you are. I mean, you are such a supporter. You are such a giver. Your spirit is so beautiful.
Thank you.
And that's genuine. Yeah. So I think that's why you have what you have.
I'm a giver. Yeah. I truly believe that seed time and harvest, that's just how God works, right? And so I try to pour in, and I know it's coming back, right? The harvest will come back, but that's not really why I do it. Like I just, I'm a giver.
It's because of who you are.
That's who I am.
That's who you are. You talked a little bit about it, and we just gone, just a little bit. What tested you personally? You said something.
Yeah.
But what tested you, or what would you like to share with the fellow people that are entrepreneurs, or just whatever you're doing in life that tested you that might be an encouragement to them?
Oh, wow. I think as an entrepreneur, I think we have to, and I'm going through this right now, I think we have to maintain a constant mindset of learning. Like I'm always learning. I remember myself saying this years ago. that I won't ever go back to school. Right. I went through law school and that was enough for me. I had to go through past 2 different bars, Illinois, Louisiana, right, to do all that kind of stuff, right. And I said, I never go back to school. And I'm actually in school right now. It's Goldman Sachs. I'm doing a program. And somebody said, well, Jay, why are you doing that? Like you're so far beyond that. But many times you have to go back and do some basics and refine and dust some things off, right? And so I'm doing that right now. And it's been an amazing experience for me. But I think, that would be the thing that I would tell people, like really learn your craft, right? Because here's the thing, if you don't evolve, it dies. Right. And so we built Maroon 4 years ago, but we have to constantly evolve and get better and add more. Right now we're adding a coffee shop. We're adding, building out podcasts and all of those things, right? Building out technology, because if you don't evolve, it'll die. And people won't come and people won't support, right? Because they'll go to the next best thing. Right. And so, yeah.
Right. That's powerful right there. Yeah. How has your voice evolved over time, over the years, the 23 years? I'm sure it has evolved so many times.
It has. But let me tell you, that's an amazing question. It really is. I think I was just talking to someone a few minutes ago how I don't like crowds. Right. And so even like Mardi Gras, we have Mardi Gras here at Maroon, and literally the world is partying outside on St. Charles, and I'm usually tucked in a little conference room in the back, with my head down working. So, no, I don't like crowds. But what I've also learned along the way is that I don't always have to speak. Right? Like I am in this season that I'm in, I don't talk as much as I listen. I observe so much. And I don't know if it was because, I had a stroke or whatever, but I realized it right after. So when that happened, I was looking at everything. I was looking at small little pieces of grass and like looking at things in the sky, looking at stuff in the trees and things. Like I was literally like, it was like things were like just like magnifying to me, and I realized that I needed to listen and see and observe more. One of the things that happened with me, and I don't want to necessarily go too deep, but when I had a stroke, because people were like, by the time I had a stroke on Friday, I was back here Monday, Tuesday, right? Oh, wow. And so people were like, did you really have a stroke? And it's like, no, I did, right? But what happened was that I did have impacts. Like I had things that happened. One of it was I had something called aphasia. So aphasia is when you know what you want to say, but it takes a while for it to come out. Okay. Right. And so I had to go through speech therapy, that kind of stuff. Right. And so how we're talking right now, you probably would not have realized it, but I would have, because I would, just like a couple of minutes ago, I said, whoa, wait, what did you just ask me again?
It took a minute.
Right. And so in that time, as I was being, going through therapy for that, I stopped talking, right? Because I didn't want people to realize that something was off. And so I just stopped. I spoke, but I didn't speak as much as I speak, now or before, right? But that was a lesson for me, because it allowed me to actually just sit down and think about what you're saying, right? Or it allowed me to observe things that I would not have, because I was distracted by my own voice. And so sometimes you just gotta be quiet. You know what I mean?
It's such a powerful, I don't know if you realize how powerful that was, what you just said. Distracted by your own voice.
Yeah, you can. Because you just be saying stuff just to say it.
Yeah, because you're not listening.
And you're never listening.
And you're not observing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a powerful lesson in itself. Just maybe sometimes just observe. Don't talk so much, but pay attention more.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. So what has stepping into power required of you?
Ooh.
I know it's required a lot.
It comes with like they say, heavy is the head, right? I think I've sacrificed a lot for it. Oh man, when I tell you, I sometimes I think about things that I've done in the past that almost sounds like, it feels like a whole nother life. Right. I have, like I said, I've been in law firms, I've been in-house and corporate. I served with first sewage and water board. That was a whole nother life, right? And such a meaningful experience there, right? Even though what most people would think like my exit of sewage and water board, they'd say, well, that was whatever, right? But it was such a good experience for me, right? I learned so much in the process, but I also learned about me, and I learned how to stand your ground on certain things, especially as it relates to people who look like me. That's why my mission is so aligned with what you see about me and with me, whether it's my law firm and, my clientele, or the Maroon stuff, right? Because I truly, truly want my people to win. And I'm not trying, I'm not trying to do that at the expense of others. I want everybody to win, but I definitely know that there are times when my people have not. And I want to do everything that I can to make sure that they win.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So how do you lead without losing your softness? Because as I talk to you, as I'm around you, you're a very just soft-spoken person, but you are a leader. So how do you lead without losing that?
I don't know that I can do it any other way. Right? I credit that to my mom, my dad, the patience that they have had over the years. I look at my mom, who's a teacher. She's retired now. She has had her own battles, right? But I watched her grace. My dad is just almost like a gentle giant. Everybody who has encountered my dad, he's been on the school board. They love him, right? And so his level of patience. And I will tell you this: I am typically a very soft speaker, but I tell people all the time, when you see that, you probably see more of my dad.
Okay.
But there's another side, and it's my mama. It's my mama. I tell people all the time, my mama grew up as a dark-skinned, girl in Holly Grove. And there are times where my uncle even says, she used to fight for him.
Really?
Right. And so you see my mom today, my mom is 5'2", but she is
she's
scrappy. She's as scrappy as you could even imagine. But if you saw her today, she's soft. She, soft-spoken, those.
Don't mess with her.
Oh, yeah, you go left. Don't go left.
Coming out.
That's right. I tell people that all the time. So yeah.
Oh man, she sounds like a beautiful person.
She is. Yeah, both of my parents.
Because they created.
That's right. That's not my doing. That's them.
All right, so we're going to do our next segment, which is our fun time.
Okay.
We like to do at home rapid fire, where we just kind of just pick some questions to ask you really quickly.
Okay.
So a new thing we're doing is we let you pick your category. So choose a number between 1 and 5, and we're going to ask you a few questions from that category. Between 1 and 5.
1 and 5. I'm going to say 1. I'm number 1. Let's go.
Number 1. Let's go. I should have known that. All right. So that is the real you. All right. So what's your go-to comfort food after a long day?
Oh, I'm going to say it's soup or chicken.
Okay. All right. That's easy enough. All right. So what's one habit you're secretly trying to break? I want to know this one.
Oh,
I know it's something, girl.
something I'm trying to break.
I can tell you a minor.
What's yours?
I'm trying to break margarita habits.
Ooh.
I'm trying.
See, I'm not a big drinker, so I'm trying
So
to
margarita for me.
So gum.
Okay.
I'm a gum chewer.
Mhm.
I had to stop because
It's just not good.
It's just not good. It's not professional, but it is what it is. But I earned it. I earned it, so I could do it.
And I'll be smacking and blowing my.
Yeah, and I have Lifesaver, but it's the orange.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go through a whole bag of them real
Okay.
quick. Boom, and I'm not supposed to take that. I'm not supposed to eat
You're
that.
not supposed to have it. We gonna break it in 2026.
Yeah, I haven't done it this year. But
Okay.
see, the last
Good.
Q4, child,
You was cutting up.
out of control.
All right. So my last one is: what's your guilty pleasure TV show?
Ooh. Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
Reasonable Doubt, I love. You know, it has a law feeling, but it's also like it's down to earth, you know, that kind of stuff. I also like, I'm a big, that's what I do.
Okay.
I actually should have told you the answer to the last thing. It should be, because at night, when I get home maybe about 8 o'clock. From 8 to whatever time I close my eyes, I'm on Netflix or, Apple TV or whatever. I'm on Hack right now. Hack with Idris Elba. It's a good.
That sounds good. I haven't heard that one. I'm gonna have to check it out.
I started Bridgerton. Bridgerton is back. I watched that. I still had to go back because I fell asleep. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the Netflix binging. Got it.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
What is your downtime?
That's mine.
You work hard.
Yeah, peace. I told you, priceless.
Peace. You can flip that channel and enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Well, Jade Brown Russell, thank you so much for everything you do for us, everything you do for our community. Thank you for what you do for women, empowering us.
Yeah.
Thank you for your spirit.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And hats off to the work that you're doing and connecting people with, homes and generational wealth, all of those things. Because look, I'm super aligned with that. So however we can support.
Thank you
Let
so
me know.
much. All right.
Yeah.
You watched another episode of At Home with Melissa. Thank you, Jade Brown Russell.
You got it.